Hey, this is John Zombie, and this is the beginning of the second week to my horror stories review vlog thing. And my next story is gonna be Voorhees versus Myers. And really, I was thinking of different titles, but I'll explain that after I explain what's going on about this. Now, y'all are probably thinking, oh god, we already saw Freddy versus Jason, and yes, I know a lot of people didn't like that much. The only reason I like the movie is because of the action in it. And knowing me, don't worry, I won't mess this movie up. Basically, what it's gonna be about is it's kind of gonna take place after Freddy versus Jason, but they're gonna look a little different, I guess. My own way of what they look like. And basically, the story is, well, Jason's home, he's left alone, but these kids show up at Crystal Lake, of course, and he tries to kill them, but an ambulance goes through there, and Michael Myers' body is in there, transporting to where you put dead people, but that crashes, and of course he gets out, and he goes to Crystal Lake, and they eventually meet up later on during the movie, but it's basically like that. But okay, let me talk about who the characters are. Jason Voorhees, if y'all don't know who he is, well, he's one of my favorite horror icons because he's awesome, he's strong, he's badass, nobody fucks with him, and he's like one of the strongest horror villains that I know instead of Michael Myers. But okay, in 1957 he drowned because the camp counselors weren't watching him, and he in the first original Friday the 13th, his mom, he blamed the younger counselors from the 80s, and she killed them. And then in the second movie, Jason got resurrected. Now, Michael Myers is different. He's not dead. He's just immortal. And how that happened was, I think, when he was a baby, Satanist church, I think, did something to him, possessed him, I guess, kind of, with evil, and it kind of got him crazy, and he had voices in his head, like, telling him to kill his whole family, which basically what the first one was. Yeah, well, that's the two characters, but, I was thinking, I don't know if this movie should be Voorhees versus Myers. I was thinking if it should be based on the comic book Freddy versus Jason versus Ash, because Ash is one of my favorite characters, and I want him to fight. But then think again, my last thought, which I thought would be better, would be Jason versus Ash. Like, those are my two favorite horror icons, and Ash is my favorite superhero. And if y'all know who Ash is not a villain. He's actually a good guy, badass, smart ass, and bad. I think I already said that. But a dick sometimes, I guess, in a cool way. But anyways, he's just a guy that came to a small cabin town in the middle of the forest with his girlfriend, and the whole story is based about the Book of the Dead, and basically there's a bunch of deadites, which are like possessed people, kills them. Later his hand gets possessed, he cuts it off, and later he puts a chainsaw on it and a boomstick. But enough about that. See, I was thinking of making either mostly Voorhees versus Myers or Jason versus Ash or Ash versus Jason. Either way, it doesn't matter. And I just don't know which one. I mean, but anyways, back to the story. One of the characters on there, his name is Victoria, I guess. And she's just with a couple of friends and same stuff her friends do, drugs and sex and stuff. I mean, I'm not gonna make this movie like Freddy vs. Jason. I would actually make it more action and gore instead of that stupid shit they have in there, but well, I guess that's it about it. I'll do my next review, which will be more interesting, I guess. See y'all tomorrow, and Halloween's coming soon, so be prepared for that. Well, not soon, of course, but good night.